All right, it's project time. I've had a good customer reach out and say she would like to have a cardinal that would remind her of a loved one who passed away, and she was wondering if it could be something that would sit on a shelf. And so, and she gave me full creative license. And so I went into my mold archives, and I have an oldie here. This is GM number 39. Which is from Creative Paradise Glass. Looks like this design is from 2008. And it is a stand-up mold to make a standing piece. And so these are angles here. It's a slumping mold, but these are angles then that you can make legs and stuff. There's a great tutorial and lots of information available on creativeparadiseglass.com, and including a template for how this mold works. So this is your body size. You can do something this big, and then if you're making legs for it, you can do this. So what I thought it might be fun to do is to create a cardinal, and I have a pretty simple little cardinal design here, to create a cardinal that's on a tree branch with some leaves and stuff, that then the branches and the leaves are going to extend it. So this is not the full pattern. I'm going to have to build this out. But the branches and leaves would extend out here, and that's how this guy is going to stand on a shelf, because you're going to have, see, this like three-dimensional feeling to him. So I'm going to do the bird on the top on a branch, and I'm going to kind of design as I go. This is going to be a little bit of a free-form design here, just playing around with cutting glass and building out my piece. And then we'll get it into the kiln and see how it looks before we slump it, or drape it, I guess, onto this mold. So follow along. All right, so I think I'm done building this. I'm going to very carefully take it over to the kiln. Let me just walk you through what I did. First, I just took a marker and kind of drew out that template onto my shelf paper, so I knew that I should work, where I could work within. Cut my branches, cut my cardinal. I'm kind of a rough cut guy. I don't like to do a lot of grinding and all of that. And so then I took some vitrograph and laid it over here like vines a little bit. I had just this little kind of caterpillar guy that I had made before. Lots of Tabitha's leaves. I had a little ladybug, which is always a favorite. I decided I wanted a little bit more dimension to the cardinal, so I added some bent stringer that I had. They're yellow stringer against the red. I think they'll almost just blend right in. That's okay. I just wanted a little texture, to be honest. What else? Calling out, I put 4 pieces of clear underneath here to give more stability for being a shelf sitter guy. So those will really kind of disappear in the final design, I believe. I took crushed up black frit. I added some Bullseye's glass tack gel and kind of created a slurry and put that down. And then a little glass eyeball and a beak here. Hopefully all of that fires to look pretty cool. I will add a little white dot to the glass eyeball before I slump it, but it didn't feel like I needed to do that right now. I can worry about that later. So I think this guy is ready to go into the kiln. So I'm going to fire it about 1400 degrees for maybe 15 minutes or so. All of this vitrograph, of course, will lay down. Anything that's, not supported with other glass underneath will kind of lay down, but I'll get a nice flat panel when it's done here, but with still texture because I'm not going to a full fuse. I'm going to anneal the heck out of this because I got lots of layers in some spots, so it'll go in for a really long anneal. And then when it comes out, I'll show you what it looks like, and we'll go into the slump. All right, here it is out of the kiln, and I'm very, well, relatively pleased with this. So as I expected, you can't even tell that those were yellow stringers. They just look red or clear, and so that's great. I'm very pleased with kind of this face and beak area, the way I used that frit and the beak. I'm very, very pleased with that. And I like just the overall look of the way the vitrograph laid down and all of it. What I'm not happy with is I do have some spots of devitrification. It was because of glue that I used. And so I am going to dust this with clear powder and put it back in for another firing. I really don't want to have to do that, but these spots bug me enough that I want to take care of them. So dusting with clear powder and refiring to about 1300 should take care of that for me. And I do want to add white to the eyeball. And then as you look at how this lays on the mold, you can see this one will slump down, this one will be an angle, slump down, angle. So by following the template, I've got a good fit here. So when it comes time to slump, after this next firing, it'll slump well. For the eyeball, I'm just gonna add a little white. It's with this Uniball, let's see here, Uniball Signal pen. This is in my Amazon store if you're interested. You can find my Amazon store on my link tree. And the link is down below. But this white pen will fire on and remain white. So what I'm trying to do here, there's kind of a glare and I don't have my readers on. You know what, let me get my readers on. There, now I can see what I'm doing. So if you, you probably can't see this, but basically, well, this is not, now I need to get my pen charged up. I didn't scribble anything yet. Hang on. Get the ink flowing. It's been sitting for a while. You can write on glass with this pen and it will stay. So all I'm doing is just a little accent dot. Well, it's not wanting to write on my glossy glass. It probably will do better. There we go. If not fired. See, that's all I wanted to do. Just a little accent dot. And I'm going to dust this with clear powder and fire it. I've probably got fingerprints all over it now, so I'm going to fix that. But there you go. So I will fire it, then I'll slump it, and then I'll show you what the final piece looks like. All right, there it is, the finished piece. And it stands perfectly, all by itself. No stand, it's got little legs, and I think it is awesome. I really, really enjoy this. So thanks once again, Creative Paradise Glass and Stephanie, for an amazing mold. This one's an oldie but a goodie. I'm glad I finally used it. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure that you're subscribed to my channel, turn on your notifications, and share with friends. Catch you all later. Bye-bye.